Back over here, TikTok challenges struck again, leading to the arrest of 10 teenagers in Tennessee who now face criminal charges for participating in the viral TikTok door kicking challenge. And that's the good news. The truth is that they're lucky to be alive. The Chinese platform's door kicking challenge takes the old trick of ringing the doorbell and then running away to a whole new level, one that is criminal and incredibly dangerous. I know the fact that the internet could promote something that is insane, criminal, and dangerous is shocking to all of us, but it's true. The TikTok challenge encourages young people to kick in the front doors of people's homes in the dead of night and then try to flee the area, which is why there are safety concerns in addition to the growing amount of property damage all across this country and even in other places around the world. You're really contributing wonderful things, aren't you? Here in the United States, the Second Amendment means that there is a very real possibility that someone gets jerked awake by a loud bang and actually reasonably believes that their home is being invaded. And if that person is armed, you stand a really good chance of being shot. And I would not blame the shooter. That doesn't mean I wouldn't think it was incredibly tragic, but I would not think they were at fault. They are not obligated to risk their life waiting to see if you are actually a danger or not. You are the one making all of the decisions in that situation. And if it backfires on you, it will be tragic. But it will also be entirely your fault. Yet the viral mind virus trend has taken on a life of its own and is growing more and more out of control. And for these teenagers from an upscale Nashville suburb, the consequences just got real. Although, thankfully, they were not life-ending. But the Franklin Police Department did arrest 10 teenagers who were all between the ages of 14 and 18 years old for kicking in people's doors in the dead of night in order to participate in this online challenge. 2 words for you. Ring cameras. Here's what went down. Shortly before midnight on Tuesday evening, law enforcement officers responded to multiple reports that they were getting about people kicking in the front doors of homes and then fleeing. At that point, not knowing what they were dealing with for sure, the police department said that it flooded the area with boots on the ground, established a perimeter, and sealed off the neighborhood. They eventually found a vehicle with all 10 of the teenage suspects inside. They also found ski masks and a BB gun inside of the car that was deliberately designed to look like an actual handgun. The 2 adults that were 18, Geo Smith and Jordan Curl, were charged with aggravated burglary, vandalism, and contributing to the delinquency of a minor. The 8 remaining suspects who were between the ages of 14 and 17 were arrested and charged in juvenile court with curfew violations, vandalism, and aggravated burglary. The Franklin Police Chief, Deb Faulkner, pointed out what is obvious to all of us, but apparently not to these kids with TikTok brain, that this dangerous trend is far from harmless. Kicking the door of an occupied home in the middle of the night creates fear and uncertainty for the people inside. Homeowners have no way of knowing whether someone is playing a prank or attempting to break into their home, and they may respond accordingly to protect themselves and their families. This story makes Franklin, a high-end suburb of Nashville that is known for its southern charm, merely the latest community to arrest teenagers that are committing crimes in order to participate in this viral challenge. According to CBS Sacramento, in Elk Grove, California, a suburb of that city, police have had 8 different incidents resulting in the arrest of 5 minors. One homeowner was out $900 to repair the damage to their door frame because that's how severe it was. The homeowner, Ronnie Monroe, also pointed out, somebody could come out with a gun, and you could never know these kids could be dead just for a stupid prank. And that is not a purely theoretical statement. In Frisco, Texas, police arrested a 58-year-old man for aggravated assault when he allegedly fired multiple rounds at the vehicle that was fleeing from a door-kicking incident. Frisco's police chief, David Shilson, pleaded, "Parents, please talk to your kids about the dangers of participating in these types of TikTok challenges." For homeowners, it is important to understand that there are legal and criminal consequences for running outside and shooting at a vehicle fleeing the scene. He is talking about the difference between the right to self-defense, as in shooting an invader that is in your doorway on the reasonable assumption that you are in danger, versus chasing after a vehicle that is leaving and firing off shots in retaliation, at which point you will not be able to successfully make the legal case in court that you thought that you were still in danger. They were leaving. The jury may empathize with you being fed up, but they will not be able to acquit you according to the law, which only gives you the right to self-defense.